What are some of the best small hatchets that you can get out there right now? I'll tell you. Let's look at some of my favorites right here on Greatness Outdoors.
Oh, wake up heart and wake up mind, and see the world is yours to find. And with every passing day there's more calling you out to explore. Get up and go.
All right, welcome everybody. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite tools, the hatchet. Now the hatchet is a pretty handy tool to have in the woods. You can do a lot of things with it. Obviously you can cut down small trees to make fires with. You can make kindling with it. You can do some carving with it. It's just an overall very handy tool to have. Also can be very dangerous, so be careful with it if you get a hold of one. Do not hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Very important. So first one we're going to look at, this here is the Fiskars X7 hatchet. Now I really like this hatchet because it's got some bulk to it. It comes in at 22 ounces, so with the sheath. So you know, this isn't something, if you're trying to go ultralight backpacking, you're not going to take this. But if you're going to, you know, be doing some bushcrafting, trying to, you know, make some structures or cut down, you know, some pretty decent trees on your trip, you're going to want to go with this. And it feels really good in your hand, and you've got some weight behind it when you chop. It's got a nice butt here that you can hammer it with, you know, a piece of wood or say a hammer, because it is metal. This is just a really sturdy tool that you can do a lot with. And if I was going on a trip where I, you know, needed a good hatchet, this would be the one that I would take with me. And the sheath for it is really nice too. It's just a really lightweight piece of plastic. It's got this piece on the top that you could attach a strap or a carabiner or two, and the hatchet just slides right in here. And then you lock it secure with that, so it's not going to come off. So overall, this is a really good hatchet for taking on a trip with you where you're going to do some bushcrafting. You know you're going to be cutting some things down, but I wouldn't recommend it for backpacking. Okay, so next, if you're going on a trip and you want to take a hatchet, but you're wanting to pack pretty light, I would recommend this guy. This is the UST Para hatchet. Para because it's got paracord. It's got a nice little sheath here that it goes in, and it also comes with a fire starter that you can use that just kind of slides right in here, but I wouldn't recommend keeping it in here because it's, you know, boom, there it went. It's not going to stay. So you do get a fire starter, put it in your pocket. So the axe itself, you can see, pretty decent size here. It only weighs with the sheath 10.65 ounces. But you can chop a pretty good little bit of wood with this guy. And it has this piece on the top here for you to strike your fire rod on it. It's got your 3 size hex wrenches here, and it's also a rope cutter. So you can do a lot of things with this little tool, and it's really not going to weigh you down. Just, you know, feels really good in the hand, and really like this hatchet for backpacking. Okay, the next hatchet I really like is this little Multitool hatchet by Cotteox. And, you know, definitely is not something you're going to want to do a lot of chopping with, but just, you know, little stuff. You can see that is not a very big hatchet at all. But I don't recommend this as like a camping type thing or backpacking. I like to keep this in my car because it also has a hammer on it, and it's a 15-in-1 multi-tool. So this really kind of replaces my Gerber tool or your Leatherman as your multi-tool, because it's got the pliers on it, but you also get a hammer and a little small hatchet. Everything you get in it includes the axe, of course, the hammer, a saw, a file, a stripper, a knife, a wire cutter, flat jaw plier, regular plier, fish descaler, bottle opener, slotted screwdriver, assorted wrenches, Phillips screwdriver, and a large slotted screwdriver. So it's a decent multi-tool with the axe plus the hammer built into it. And what I really liked about this thing is the sheath that it comes in. The sheath also has MOLLE attachments. So what I do is my MOLLE bag that I keep in my car with medical supplies and a few other things, kind of my little mini bug out bag. What I do is just strap this right onto the front of it, and now this replaces my multi-tool in the pack. So it's kind of, you know, this is a neat little multi-tool that has a little hatchet built into it, as well as the hammer. So I like this not necessarily for the wood cutting part, but for the having that multi-tool with a little extra oomph with the hatchet for doing a little bit more than just a regular multi-tool would do. So there you have it. There's the Hatchets 3. You can kind of see the different sizes of them there. Which ones do you like? Leave your comments below. Thanks so much for checking this out, folks. I hope it helped you out. Be sure and subscribe for more great videos. Take care.
Oh, wake up heart and wake up mind, and see the world is yours to find. And oh, with every passing day